Hello and welcome to I Hate Card Games. My name is Levi Thomas. I hate card games. So today I thought we'd play a little bit of Hearthstone, seeing as how Wild and Standard are going to become a thing soon, and we're getting a new expansion with Whispers of the Old Gods. I'm glad to see that Eldrazi have made it into Hearthstone. Today we're going to be playing Control Warrior. I noticed that a lot of people around the higher ranks are using Face Hunter and various cheaper aggro decks to sort of climb the ranks, so I built a very anti-aggro warrior build. It has a minor combo towards the end that basically helps us outgrind most types of decks except for maybe Control Priest. So I'm going to go over the deck list really quick. Basically the beginning of it is just our regular Control Warrior build, except for running 2 Fierce Monkey and only 1 Shield Block and Bash to make up for it. That's because this deck really wants a lot of taunt minions, you'll see why later. We're only running 1 Deathspite as well. 2 Senjin, which is not standard, 1 Brawl, which is pretty standard, 2 Sunwalker, which is not standard, 1 Sylvanas, 1 Dr. Boom, 1 Grom, 1 Kel, and yes Sarah. Kel is actually going to be the most important part of this deck. Basically what we're trying to do is get down one of our big taunts, have it survive a turn, and then play Kel after it. And once you get to that point, it's really hard for your opponent to come back, especially if they're an aggro deck or a mid-range deck, because they have to grind through the taunt in order to kill Kel unless they have a spell to do it, which is rare. Basically, we're just trying to survive until we can get to our late game, where we can outgrind most decks. So let's give that a go. As you'll notice, I'm only ranked 19. I really haven't touched Hearthstone this season at all, and there's only 10 days left, so we're going to see how high we can climb. I don't know what the fuck our opponent is playing. He just played Shield Master into Leper Gnome on turn 6. Okay, so he's a Shadow Form Priest, apparently. So this is the kind of dominance that we're looking for, and that should do it. In honor of National Poetry Day, I wanted to read Maggie and Millie and Molly and May by E.E. Cummings. Maggie and Millie and Molly and May went down to the beach to play one day. Ugh. Oh man. You know you're unhealthy when you haven't eaten anything all day and you burp and it tastes like chili cheese Fritos. So my zoo opponent took turn 4 off in order to play a Hellfire. Very confusing play. He's kind of sending me mixed messages. I feel led on. Okay, maybe he's not zoo. Maybe he's just like nonsense lock. Got him. Oh, right on curve. Sleep tight, pupper. And Maggie discovered a shell that sang so sweetly she couldn't remember her troubles, and Millie befriended a stranded star, whose rays 5 languid fingers were. So I was driving through Tahoe the other day, and we got to Donner Summit, and I realized that if ghosts exist, which they likely don't, then the ghosts of the Donner Party must be so upset at what Tahoe has become. Because like back then, they were like chewing on rawhide to get minerals and vitamins and watching their loved ones die in front of their eyes. And now today it's just a bunch of 20-somethings gambling and drinking Irish coffee. There ain't no party like a Donner Party, because a Donner Party eats human flesh to survive. Okay, so our opponent's just playing every legendary in their collection. I don't understand why you'd play Elise in a deck that's already a bunch of... Oh, that's not good. And Molly was chased by a horrible thing, which raced sideways while blowing bubbles, and May came home with a smooth round stone, as small as a world, and as large as a lone. By the way, does anyone know where I could get some, like, really big rings? I'm asking because I have this team, and they all, like, we all need, like, really big rings. I don't know, they're really hard to find. Like, and this is a really big team, so it's, like, even harder because it's so many people. Like, and also, like, the quality is an issue because they're all used to having, like, really nice things. And so these rings have to be really nice or else they're going to know, like, they're going to tell the difference. Just, like, if anyone knows, like, I don't know, like, put it in an email and send it to me because I really need to find some really big rings for my really big team. And I know this is like even more annoying, but like if they could come without any strings, it'd be fantastic because it's really hard to find them. Most really big rings come with like a lot of strings, but we can't have any of those. That's an issue for them. Just post in the comments if anyone knows where I can get some really big rings for my team. I got worms. It's the new pet store me and my... Okay, so what is this secret? It's not counterspell, it's not vaporize, it's not mirror entity, it's not duplicate, it's not effigy. Oh, maybe it's ice block. Yeah, it's probably ice block. Okay, that's fine. Ice block should just be called blue balls. Yeah, I think we're in good shape. Not one of those 8 hit Grom, which would have been lethal. That's fucking amazing. Never unlucky. He is finished. Well, we're back with the deck. We ended up dropping 1 game in 6 matches. All in all, the deck did what it was supposed to do. Beat aggro opponents. On a final note, be sure to check out my boy Rob's mixtape, Quick Succession. It's dropping in June. Gonna be some hot meme fire on that mixtape. I'm exhausted from midterm, so I'm gonna go jerk off and go to bed. For whatever we lose, like a you or a me, it's always ourselves we find in the sea. Thanks for watching. I hate card games.